Hello, welcome back to the Beastlands. I'm Castle, and this is my stupid face. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us once again as we journey deeper into the forgotten lands known as Melloland. We're going to do a quick recap, but I'd like you to know that we're currently holding a contest. It is an art contest. Any kind of fantasy art is welcome. We don't currently have that many applicants, meaning it's going to be really easy for you to win. So drop us an email with your application to callofthebeastlands at google.com. Without further ado, here's the show.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw another fireball in there.
Stabby
What?
stab. Wait. Okay.
What? Can I move?
I'm gonna do it away from
You can give me your second attack and then the dexterity saving throw.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, cool. So you do reach out and kill two more birds with swipes of your hands. Just going into a
Wonderful.
murder dance here, right? And then the world erupts into fire around you. And you have just enough presence of mind to cover yourself with the tattered remains of your cloak.
Do I look like Batman in the trailer for the Batman? Like,
Was
when
he
he's
like
walking through the
steaming?
fire? No, like Penguin comes out of the fire. It's like, ha ha ha! I lost you, ah ha! And he says other choice words. And then all of a sudden, the Batmobile comes out of the flames. He's like, oh! And then Batman walks, and it's like a fiery explosion behind him. And all you hear is
All right, well,
dramatic music.
First off, how dare you advertise for other people?
Sorry.
Second of all,
So, the man with wings.
yes. No,
No, he was doing it for the
Whatever, there's-
Beastlands.
a billion
Yeah.
examples. Oh, sorry. Good.
We have anthropomorphic bats, and the penguins here drive cars. So really, he's advertising the Beastlands, but instead of Batman, he got the name wrong.
Camelot.
It was Man-Bat.
It was Man-Bat.
Man-Bat.
That one's also copyright.
That one's also a Batman villain, so
Oh,
that
no.
doesn't
Man-Bat,
work.
Batman.
Yeah. That's a man that is turned into a partial bat as opposed to being a man who dresses up as a bat.
Well,
Yes.
how about Matt Man?
Hey, you're one to talk about Fern Gully, fucking Schlegger. Robin Williams would have been a better voice actor for it, but hey, whatever.
That's true. That's true.
You can't really beat that out, though. Don't feel bad.
Hmm.
Beat that out. Let's see. An explosion rocks around you, and you know, steaming, standing there alone and surrounded by fried chicken. Look up and see a smiling gizzard. Because he took 0 damage from your fireball.
Wonderful.
Now, is that the owl?
I knew you
or
had
is
this.
it a gizzard from the axe beaks floating around somewhere?
That's the owl. Gizzard is the owl. Although,
Yeah.
you can, if you look hard enough, find a gizzard lying around.
I don't like gizzards. I mean, not the owl. I don't like to eat gizzards.
Huh.
That's understandable.
Right? So, there's a lot of meat here. A whole lot of meat.
I'm gonna go just start building a smoking.
Oh,
tea
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I can't remember what it's actually called, but I know how to make it. I don't know what it's called.
Just a smoking lodge or smoke lodge.
Those
Like
are
a
two
teepee
different
with a
things.
platform. That's all I can.
A smoking lodge versus a smoke lodge. That's
Would
two
it be a
different
nature check to dismantle
Yeah, I
them?
feel you. Axe, beak. Do. These things are heavy, and they have light bones. So realistically, there's a lot of damn meat on them. Choo. standing at about 7 feet tall.
Was there anything left we could salvage, or is this just cooked?
Oh, they're cooked, man.
Makes my job easier.
I made
Right.
a Bob.
Like I can just start eating when it's cooked, or
You could. It's not like, baked in an oven. There's probably still a lot of raw meat on the inside,
Yeah.
but
I'm gonna actually cook a bunch of it.
Actually,
Yeah,
try to
would it
smoke
be-
pineapple.
What kind of check would it be to dismantle them?
that would be a nature check, I guess. Yeah, nature.
Can I go ahead and start doing that?
Yeah.
I'll help.
That's a 26.
I would roll with advantage.
I'm not there, so sadly I cannot give guidance. I'm instead waiting for you to bring food back while I prep my cooking supplies.
Right. You're going to make that turkey jerky.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see here. Let's say that you could get like 100 eatable pounds of meat per axe beak. And there's 20 of them because none of them got away. Right? So we're talking like
2 tons.
2,000 pounds
2
of
tons.
usable meat that's going to lose a good percentage of its weight when you smoke it, but
How far
You're
away
still
are we
looking at-
from the town?
A few days.
If we could send this back somehow, we could get some revenue off of some of this and keep what we want for our journey.
you're like 5 days away from where you left.
Dang it.
Well, let's smoke it, and that way it'll
I
keep
mean,
along.
I could get us all back there.
Then you'd have to make the
relatively
trip.
quickly. Yeah, but then we have to make the trip again.
Oh,
3
Very much
pounds
not
of
on
raw meat
all
can
of the
shrink
progress
down to
made.
1 pound during dehydration.
Okay, so a third of that. You got like what, 666 pounds of usable jerky, turkey jerky, axe beak jerky.
For 2,000?
That's right. Well, that's. Am I wrong? It's like a third.
That would be. Yeah. it's fine.
2/3 of
Okay. Yeah.
2,000.
Yeah, am I wrong here? 666.
It should be a little higher than that, but it's somewhere around there.
668 somewhere.
In there.
Yeah.
4 times 3 equals. Yeah, fuck that.
All right.
It wasn't
Well,
even
I'm
the
gonna stop
devil that made
invoking
me
the
do
number
it.
of the beast, I guess. But
We are in the Beastlands.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did, in fact, kill them with fire.
You do, in fact, have enough meat to gorge the ravenous mantis for quite some time. It takes more than a single bag of holding to hold all this, but you guys should have it covered between you, honestly. Uh-oh.
Just,
I
wanna
dropped
say,
something.
Guys, Castle fucking nailed it. I got the math, and it's 666.6666666.
Yeah, fuck you guys. All right, you just didn't want to admit it.
I just got a bad
I
roll.
figured you were right.
Way to go!
Let's just round up
Archimedes.
and make it 667.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
These birds are just a diversion.
Just, I mean, yes. It's to divert you away from your faith, son of Odin.
Dang it.
We're going to go ahead and proceed to our first break. And considering that you guys now have all the food that you could eat, we're going to
Did we salvage any
roll
of the
some
meat?
dice. No. Part of exploding something with a fireball is relinquishing a good amount of what it's good for. By the way, Each of these creatures had fucking, 30 hit points? So,
I do have a question real quick. What is the math for ration to pound of meat?
well, the D&D rule of thumb is about a pound of food per person per day. You, of course, eat 6 instead of 1, so...
Yeah, so it's just okay.
Well, 1 pound is 1 ration, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which makes it a shit ton of food, in that perspective. This is obviously a person can eat more than that, mind you. If you're feasting or if you're in town or whatever. This is just what is considered to be what you need to travel throughout a day.
This is literally only like 3.5 months food for me, and it's 666 pounds.
Yeah, but hey, every day you're going to have more room in your bag of holding.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a 20-minute break, and we're going to come back and wrap up some travel, and then we're going to get to the shack that you guys are so curious to see. Or farmstead, I should say, not shack.
Indeed.
Quite.
Indeed.
What are we looking
Yes.
for?
What'd you say, Satis? Yeah, it's a farmstead where some people were murdered.
We're looking for Timmy's farms.
Oh, okay. Wasn't he a mole or something?
Timmy was a rabbit.
Oh, okay. A different Timmy. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
We're having a break. Guess what that means?
For a podcast?
It's time for the first review of our game session this evening,
Oh.
where we examine everything that took place and we give ratings.
I give it a 4.2 out of 2.
What?
Yeah, really high ratings.
What are we rating?
I don't know.
Well, you can rate my arrow shot. That was like a 100 out of 5.
I give it a 10 out of
Yeah, you,
11.
out of
But
11.
I got 11.
I thought it was pretty good too.
Okay.
How
You running into the wall of force, I give that a 5.
Out of
406.
oh, very good. We're not
These
even,
ratings have no sense.
doesn't even round up.
Yeah, when you can just kind of trap them all in an area, it makes it a little easy.
It's like shooting fish in a bucket, only without a bucket and without fish.
It's a real Nintendo 64 game where you get locked in
I
combat
could
and you can't
shape
leave
it
the
like
area.
a bucket, but there's no point in doing that because only I can see it.
We could put water in it and drown them.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, Dirk following up, trying to match my shot. I give it maybe a 7 out of 10.
I gotta give myself a golden egg on that one.
And Les staying back to prepare his cooking utensils was exquisite. That was at least a 200 on a scale of 1 to 10. I've never seen anybody use cutlery like that before.
I was trained exquisitely in my home village.
She's 11.
Yeah,
Smoking weed. This old.
magic makes hunting easy,
And man,
and when you can just see things,
4 inches in
just-
the last 2 months.
or hear things, it's easy.
Sounds like Josh is having a heart attack.
He very well might be.
He has confirmed that he will live.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
give
Damn it,
I
not
give
this time.
Gizzard's Fireball a 8 out of 10.
Nope. I've seen better fireballs. I give it a 7 out of 10. You should have set half the
Hey, I
forest
didn't
on fire
hurt nobody
along
that
with
wasn't
the
going to be
birds.
hurt.
You should have given us more to work for. Oh, you killed the birds, and the forest is on fire.
Nope, it was all contained in the wall of force.
Seems like you has prevented a forest fire today. You win.
Only you.
Oh my.
We actually have reason to say that now. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Today on BSBN, highlights from today's combat. Noticed you, the Warforged, trying to go for an axe beak, slamming into the wall of force. Jim, that's gotta hurt.
It's the
you
jump
like
afterwards.
Notice the expression on his face of utter surprise as he suddenly stops at an invisible wall.
He's made of metal. His mouth doesn't even move. It's
Yeah.
literally the same expression.
Look at that shock.
He looks sad. I don't think he's changed his expression.
No,
He
if
lifted
you look
his
really
leg.
carefully, you can tell he is devastated by this.
You can hear a faint, ah. Back to you, Jim.
Did you see that twitch of his eyebrow? Neither did I.
Oh my.
Oh.
In the first round of combat, Gizzard flied high and toasted everything. Notice the flames going along the ground there. And
The
this
boys already broke
quarter
I
line,
trapped it first.
his tail feathers were on fire.
Hey, this be a proper time to sing the Ring of Fire.
I once had Taco Bell.
We don't have Taco Bell in the Beastlands.
He
What's a
said,
taco?
Something like Chipotle might be possible.
Possibly. I once had crunchy grains.
Crikey, I've never seen a bobcat use a longbow like that before. Watch, he's going to skewer two of the axe beaks right through the neck and slam them into the ground. Wait, there's a little furry thing behind him. It's a raccoon. He's going to try the same thing. No, now there's hornets flying out of his arrows. What kind of raccoon is that?
The one that bugs you.
You know, that would need 25 promotions to be a 4 on a scale of 1 to 8 million. But still.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm here.
No.
All right, cool. Everybody back. So, after nearly a full day of preparing and smoking all of these meats, actually, it'd take a full day. And, you know, you got your smoking chamber, smoke lodge, not smoking lodge. We found out the difference of that. Thank you, CITs. And you pack away your goods in your bags of holding. And you hit the road the next morning. Or actually, it'd probably be closer to the afternoon after everything was done. Either way. And we're going to do some random encounter rolls. Would somebody please roll me a d8?
I got 7.
I was first.
Please hold. Hey, everybody. What was this break brought to us by?
This break was brought to you by Timmy's Farms. He still doesn't have a mom.
Oh, this is great.
And this break was also brought to you by the review from the BLBN, the Beastlands Basketball Network.
More with Dunkmaster Darius at 11.
Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Try our species-specific salsas.
Enter now to win a vacation sweepstakes to the Simeon Isles.
To the archipelago.
You'll go absolutely bananas there.
Thank you.
This commercial was brought to you by Josh Castle. I'm your DM. These are my players. Welcome to the Beastlands.
You silly fucker.
Josh Castle. I bought this commercial.
We're going about me and me only.
All other meats are liable to be sued.
If there is another Josh Castle, we will fight to the death.
Listen, that's already been done. It was Josh like Schneider or some shit.
Yeah, I was just about to say, didn't that happen already?
It did. The War of the Joshes, I believe.
Are you joshing me?
I'm pretty sure I took psychic damage on that one.
Yeah, cool. So, you guys are bullshitting your way down this mountain as it starts picking up in a little bit more of a warmer climate. It's in the lower 60s now. It's, I want to say, day 9 on your trek. And everyone go ahead and just give me some perception checks. Ooh.
Like multiple?
Is
I
this
mean,
sight and
one each.
hearing?
You know. What? Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
Is this sight and hearing?
Yeah.
So I get a roll with advantage.
Wow. Come on, guys. We the birds can't be doing that to us. Wow. Okay. Come on, Cites. And less.
You're like, I like chicken. Chicken is good. I like chicken. Chicken fucking great.
I got a 15.
I got an 8.
Cool.
I am trying to navigate the new.
Oh,
Not 20.
I got a nat 20.
yeah.
Very nice. See, no, I'm talking to my game.
Cites.
I'm hyper focused when cooking. Pick up the slightest thing.
You got
Yeah, cool.
21 vision.
So Todier is
Very tasty.
yeah. So Todier is eagerly munching on some of this freshly jerked chicken, and Dirk is eagerly for more tracks on the ground to see if he can find any other prey worth note. Gizzard, Lesk, and Ascites, and in fact you, hear a distant pair of caws, like eagle shrieks. Right? So that makes you look around, and you're looking for, like, I don't know, eagles. You see a couple of dots off in the distance. And man, are they getting big.
Can I tell what they are?
We need to get rid of this food fast.
Right. So as these dots get a lot bigger,
They are griffins.
no,
I don't know.
much worse. Many of you recognize them as rocks. These are gigantic birds. Really, really big.
That is, in fact, much worse. I didn't know how you could make it worse, but you did it.
You has done nothing wrong.
This is all your fault, and you know it.
So you stand there arguing, and they're getting really big. They're like flying.
You need to take cover, drop the food, get behind a tree, get out of the clearing.
Right, so everyone go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Hold on, I was going to do...
Everyone should gather up on me.
I was also going to do a 3rd level fog cloud.
Okay.
So that's 20, 40, 60 radius fog cloud.
Would a 33 work? Am I concealed?
Why did you have advantage, though?
Because I'm smart.
Wow.
Silly boy, that's a 17.
Don't I have disadvantage because of my armor?
Yes, you are.
Oh,
I mean, not
fuck.
you, but you.
Yeah, you.
You was confused.
I got a
That's
28.
not- There we go. 11.
So you guys start scrambling. You're like, oh crap, those are some big birds. And
Are they yellow?
you start scrambling for cover, and Lesk is like, screw that, I'm going to pump out a fog cloud. Now, let me just go ahead and roll some perception for these creatures as the fog cloud spews out, and you guys start reacting, scattering like little ants.
This is a huge fog cloud. It is a 60 radius fog cloud, by the way.
Yeah, it's impossible to miss. Yeah, I hear you.
There's
There's a moment as you're casting it, though, that you guys are all out in the open and diving for cover. I'm going to see if they take notice of you to begin with.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Really good.
Yep. They're right. It's great.
Hey, I want soda too.
Oh, well.
That is not
That's
Not
not
good.
So, for those of you who aren't looking at the chat, that was a nat 20 on my part.
Yeah.
More, it would have been a nat 20 if I didn't have advantage.
You should not do that again.
Well, I'll endeavor to do that. However, I have a tattoo on my right hand, which is my primary hand that I click buttons with, and it's a nat 20 on a dice.
So you got 2 20s.
Yeah. Anywho, so you hear ear-piercing caws as this fog cloud spews forth, and you guys lose sight of the sky and most of your surroundings, and in fact, some of each other as you scatter and find cover and make your stealth checks. Would you go ahead and post fog cloud in the? Oh, you already did. Yep, for sure. So you guys are sitting in this for a moment, and you hear the sound of giant wings displacing large amounts of air, and it starts getting a little windy, and the fog cloud starts to move. A rock dives directly at Lesk. What do we got? What do we got? All right, so that's
really
bad. That's going to be a 27 to hit with the beak. Okay, for 27 piercing damage. And as it slams into you with its gigantic razor sharp beak, it also grabs you with one gigantic talon, dealing 24 slashing damage. Okay, holding on.
I'm just checking to make sure. I can Wrath of the Storm, Thunderous Rebuke, and
Yes.
I can also push creatures back, but I'm making sure that it mentions a
Size limit?
yes.
Yeah, because these are gargantuan creatures.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing that it does.
This combat is brought to you by 5e Tools Encounter Generator. Yes. When Les gets killed and eaten by a giant bird, go ahead and blame the good folks at 5e Tools.
Yes, it does in fact mention a size limit. So I'm gonna use my inspiration for being a very faithful person who writes down things and hope that one of those attacks doesn't hit.
Okay, which one are you going to try and reroll?
Preferably the one that grapples me.
Talons? Okay, I could reroll Talons. With disadvantage, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, double crit.
Wow.
Okay.
I was kidding. Oh my goodness.
Why did you say this?
Good news. Good news. It was a natural 18 twice. So, but hey, also good news. The damage went up.
Wow, this is great news.
So instead of 55.
Mercy, I write notes. Okay, I'll increase it.
Sorry, instead of 51 points of piercing damage, you'll be taking 53 points of damage.
I'm sorry.
Between slashing and piercing. And you're grappled. And he immediately starts beating his wings and flying away with your wrecked body.
As he's trying to fly away, I'm going to do my stupid wyvern thing again, and I want to jump on his back and try to stab him in the eyeball.
Yeah, you know, hold up now. You were off in stealth. Okay, I could kind of see where this is going, but there's a second rock. So let me go ahead and just attack the next lowest stealth score.
How close is Lesk to me?
Lesk? Well, let's see. After that attack, like 60 feet.
Okay. Well,
Oh, hold
if
on,
I
it's
don't
still
get
your turn. Right,
if
because
I don't get attacked, I want to jump on his back and.
this happened really suddenly. You guys went from trying to hide these things from these things to Lesk's spell failing and him getting picked up. You know what I mean? Can you imagine like the time frame here? However, the next lowest stealth roll was Todier, and that was an 18. So let me just go ahead and make some attacks at the Mantis Monk.
How come he gets the low rolls?
Okay, he got a miss with the beak. It goes in to grab you up with its beak, and you're like, hell no. My whole race adapted to get away from this kind of treatment. And then
I guess. I
he
guess that's why
misses
he
you
gets
with
the
his
low rolls.
he misses you with the talons too. Wow, he rolled a nat 2 twice
I'm so
when
sorry, Lesk.
when attacking Todier. And
I
starts
see
flying
some
off with his
bias.
partner.
This is really biased.
The dice are not kind to me today.
So anyway, I'll tell you what, Ascites. Give me an initiative check. If you can beat his initiative, with not our initiative rolls, but an actual initiative roll, I'll allow you to jump on his back as a reaction. You've done it before. You're an athlete. We'll see how it goes. Okay. He rolled a 12.1. You rolled a 13.
Wonderful.
You see this happen, these dive-bys, and you're like, here we go again. And you make a leap and grab onto, I'm not going to say it's back, you grab onto the same talon that is holding on, holding on to Lesk's armored form as he's screaming in pain and horror.
Okay. I want to try to climb up as close as I can to his head where he can't snap at me. But I want to try to blind this thing so he can't fly.
Okay, you start climbing up towards its head. That's your action. Anyone else have a thing they want to do? Mind you, these things fly at a speed of 120 feet. They dived down 60, flew up 60.
Can I get within 30 feet?
Yes. Wait. Yes.
I rode a wyvern 40 feet into the ground. I'm not afraid of this thing.
All right. So, what I'm going to do for my action, once I get within 30 feet of Lesk, I'm going to use my benign trend and switch places with him.
With Lesk?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Lesk, you are suddenly prone on the ground. And you look up, and in your place, inside the talons of the rock, is Gizzard. Gizzard, this is not pleasant.
And as soon as I can use another action, I'm going to Dimension Door out.
Okay, but is that your turn?
Yeah, movement and action.
Okay.
I don't have a bonus action cantrip I can cast.
Right. What about Todier?
I'm gonna put on. Who's near me? No. How close is Lesk to me? That's pretty much my only concern.
He's 60 feet away from you.
Okay, so I'm gonna put on my gauntlets and then use my bonus action to attack the one that was attacking at me.
Okay. So they're roughly, by my calculations, 45 feet in the air. Okay, do you have a 45-foot jump?
Hold on, it's only 25, but do I have anything I can use? How cool have my...
No, they couldn't have been more than 30 feet up because he did the benign transposition. You have a 30 feet jump.
I have a 25 foot. I'm so close.
So close.
Why don't you put Dirk in a giant sock and just slingshot him up into the rock?
Now hear me out.
Is there a tree nearby? Can I run up a tree and jump up onto the rock?
Well, are you armed with your gauntlets or are you unarmed?
Yeah, that was my action. It was put on the gauntlets, so...
Okay. So, with that 25-foot leap, you can get close enough to hit them with the extended gauntlets, is what you're saying.
Oh, I could. You're right. If they're 30 feet, I could use the extension and get them with it.
Right, you'd have to use a flurry of blows to hit. Would you like to do that?
Well, yeah. Hold on. I have to remember which ones of these cost me.
Mind you, I've got you muted and I can barely hear you.
Oh,
Maybe I should unmute you.
I was just remembering which ones of these requires key points and not.
Flurry of blows requires 1 key point.
Huh. The eights are strong.
Eights are strong. So, the natural armor class of a rock is 15, mostly due to its size. And you slash onto it with your tentacles, your long extended gauntlets. And you're hanging from its leg as well. Same leg that Cytes was gripped onto. Yeah, it should be your action bonus action movement.
Right.
So
I just want to be ready to let go if it goes crazy, you know, like if it tries to slam us into the ground, I want to let go.
yeah, for sure.
Les
You were saying
is pissed. He
okay.
is gonna all lightning, 5th level, max damage, blast that thing in its other eye that Ascites was going after.
Okay. You try and blast it in its face, its eye. Okay. Well,
That's
as soon as he does that,
damage, C16 dex save. I don't even know if it can make a dex save.
it can. It's got +4 to its dex saving throws.
Follow us on all major social media, Discord, Twitch, and as always, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week.